Welcome into Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee. It's the show that highlights Giles, Lawrence, and Maury counties from the pages of your local newspapers. I'm Scott Stewart, publisher of your local newspapers, the Pulaski Citizen, Main Street Maury, and Lawrence County Advocate. Here are some events that you will find in this week's edition of your local newspapers. In Lawrence County, don't forget to honor your favorite veterans with a salute in the annual Lawrence County Advocate Salute to Veterans feature pages. Those are coming up in November. The deadline to submit your salute is October 29th. In Maury County, Oktoberfest deals continue at Piggly Wiggly down at Neely's Mill. Shop local and get those great deals down at the Pig. Also, Pleasant Mount Church at Fountain Heights Road will host a gospel jam Saturday, October 18th, starting at 5 p.m. In Giles County, Star Theater and Antoinette Hall continue the Haunted October with the 77 Experience. A nostalgic night of live music, comedy, and retro entertainment. Festivities start at 7 p.m. at 105 North 1st Street on the Pulaski Square. We'd love to get you a copy of your local newspaper every single week delivered to your mailbox with a subscription. Here's how you do it. Call 931-363-3544, 931-762-1726, and 615-452-4940, or visit PulaskiCitizen.com, MainStreetMaury.com, or LawrenceCountyAdvocate.net to find out everything you need to know for an online or traditional subscription to any of our papers or websites. Andrew, Chandler, Maurice, and yours truly will be along in just a few minutes with our weekly wraps from your local newspapers. Let's just get those wraps going right now.
Hello, Maury County. I'm your Main Street Maury reporter, Andrew Pearson, and this is the news from our October 15th issue. OP Mobility, a French company specializing in sustainable transportation, announced last week that they'd be permanently laying off 82 workers from their plant in Spring Hill. This is an about-face from their announcement last year that they'd add about 150 jobs. The end of the federal tax credit for electric cars is probably to blame. If you're one of those laid-off workers, contact the Regional Workforce Development Board to help. The Board of Spring Hill discussed making the June Lake sewer line 6 inches wider last week. They're also planning to upgrade the library and are working on the Kedron Square and School Street projects. Municipal personnel of Columbia and Maury County came together 2 weeks ago for their annual Community event, during which they showed kids their gear and vehicles, told people about their work, and distributed about 200 hamburgers. Mount Pleasant Police will soon launch a Citizens Academy in which they'll show and tell locals about how their department does its business. Classes will happen at their building the first 4 Monday evenings in November, and a paper application must be printed off their website and mailed to the police department. And finally, Spring Hill has had to pause developments with new sewer hookups because of the TDEC moratorium. In response to complaints from developers, the board agreed to reevaluate the pause on November 17th and let it expire the next day if they couldn't justify it. In our other news, our state legislators talked in Spring Hill a couple weeks ago about pressing issues. Spring Hill hired a water purification engineer. The Spring Hill Genealogical and Historical Society will host a forum of former mayors on November 4th. A student from Columbia won an Academic Excellence Award from the Citadel College in South Carolina. Maury County saw its first Recovery Coalition Festival on September 20th. Wire Masters are offering free one-year family memberships to the museum. Mount Pleasant High School got a $5,000 robotics grant from the TVA. And a cancer patient from Spring Hill was honored by the Arby's Foundation. That's the A-section news for this week. Thank you for tuning into our wrap. Last week was Public Power Week, and we have a special segment coming up featuring the folks from Columbia Power and Water Systems who keep the lights on and the tap running. A big thank you to everyone at CPWS from us here at Main Street Maury.
My morning routine, I leave the house at 6 o'clock, get to work by 10 after, get water on my truck, I get Gatorade on my truck, I check my truck tires, make sure I don't have a flat. I go make a pot of coffee for everyone. And after that, I sit at the table, turn the TV on. I'm the first one there just about every morning. Turn it on. Coffee mix. And do a little talking, and then after that we have a job brief meeting and the foremen come out and tell you what you're supposed to be doing for that day. So everybody be on the same page. Like I said, I'm Eldridge Mayberry. I work on the line crew. Been here 26 years. Coming December. My job is to operate the truck, set poles, call out 1, 2 in the morning. Someone run over a pole with to come out and replace it.
We don't have normal days. Every day is like a box of tacos. You never know what you're going to get. 7 a.m. we have a job come out, and we might be in Spring Hill or just anywhere else in our whole system. We just never know where we're going to go until the time they send us. This is where the training kicks in. We have to work fast, but we never compromise safety, especially during an emergency. Every light we turn back on as a family, we've helped. That's why we do it.
It's been a very good experience for me for the last 26 years. It's been a good ride, so I'm getting ready to retire January the 2nd. I'm going to miss these guys. It's been a great place to work, and I really enjoyed every minute of it.
Is your internet slowing you down? Well, it's time for an upgrade. Unleash the speed you need at home or at work with CPWS Internet. You can get speeds up to 1 gig for as low as $70 a month. No contracts, no hassle, just pure, powerful internet. Give us a call today at 931-375-7777 to order. Local service, local support, CPWS.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily, as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
This is Chandler Harmon bringing you this week's Pulaski Citizen Wrap. And we'll start this week with our Citizen Spotlight of Rachel Foltz James. Her photo graces a spot of honor at the top and center of our front page. Also in A1, STRHS Pulaski announced an $11 million emergency department expansion and renovation, which will nearly double the size of the current space and increase the bed count from 7 to 11. New Opportunities, Ventures, and Advancement Entrepreneur Center received a warm welcome from community leaders. The Giles County Commission is set to consider a reduction of the commissioners from 21 to 14 during their October 20th meeting. The item had failed in the Legislative Committee during a vote. Sargumi celebrated 25 years in the community. Inside, the city of Pulaski honored its namesake in a ceremony hosted at the Dan Spear Overlook. A special education workshop hosted by Rural Disability Network at UT Southern is set for next week. STRHS Pulaski announced the addition of Isaac Werner to the Southern Tennessee Primary Care Cornersville. This week's GCHA Pet Corner Pet of the Week is Edward. And as always, the Pulaski Citizen has backward glances, pet property transfers, obituaries, government public notices, community briefs, church directory, fun and games, Tennessee Valley weather, and church briefs. Well, that's it for us. We'll be right back after this.
Is your internet slowing you down? Well, it's time for an upgrade. Unleash the speed you need at home or at work with CPWS Internet. You can get speeds up to 1 gig for as low as $70 a month. No contracts, no hassle, just pure, powerful internet. Give us a call today at 931-375-7777 to order. Local service, local support, CPWS.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
I need to make a call. Hey, this is Brianna with Busy Bee. I'm giving you a call to let you know your technician is on his way.
Busy Bee. Guys, not yet. Not yet.
Busy Bee.
Not ready, guys.
Call 775-7833.
The Lawrence County Advocate Wrap this week starts with St. Joseph City officials explaining the requirements for a trailer park to concerned residents recently. Sandy Mashburn shares the story on A1. Also on A1, Sandy tells us about the city of Laredo setting municipal elections. Summertown Ambassador Girl Scout Juliana Glass has earned her Girl Scout Gold Award. And the Lawrence County Election Commission has moved its offices to Mark Avenue. Inside, a local man was arrested after allegedly making threatening statements against another driver while in the car line at Lawrenceburg Sacred Heart Catholic School last week. The University of Tennessee Southern will host 2 special workshops next week, and Loretta High School salutes this year's homecoming court. Care for Critters is in desperate need of community support, and Folka's Evening with Friends at Soul Shine Farm is again successful in raising funds for Lawrence County Animal Shelter. Entries for this year's Lawrence County Advocate Halloween coloring contest are due by 5 p.m. next Wednesday, October 22nd. And we've got part 2 of the Lawrence County Historical Society's August meeting highlighting Lawrence County's Bob Jones's life as a Cold War spy. Trey Donovan gives us a list of must-watch Western films. Neil Beard shares a trip he made to Shiloh Battlefield just down the road recently. And we recognize October as Breast Cancer Awareness Month with 2 special pages this week. Also, there's always a lot more to see in the Advocate, and this week's no exception, including local obituaries, local community announcements, government notices, auctions and estate sales, 2 pages of puzzles and comics, and the local church directory. Well, that's it for this week's Lawrence County Advocate Wrap. We're going to be right back right after this.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Busy bee, yeah, busy bee. If you need
Hold on, y'all, hold on. I need to make a call. Hey, this is Brianna with Busy Bee. I'm giving you a call to let you know your technician is on his way.
833.
Guys, not yet. Not yet.
Busy bee, oh, busy
Already,
bee.
guys.
Call 775-7833.
Is your internet slowing you down? Well, it's time for an upgrade. Unleash the speed you need at home or at work with CPWS Internet. You can get speeds up to 1 gig for as low as $70 a month. No contracts, no hassle, just pure, powerful internet. Give us a call today at 931-375-7777 to order. Local service, local support, CPWS.
Hey, I'm Maurice Patton, Regional Sports Editor for Southern Middle Tennessee for Main Street Media. This week's Pulaski Citizen, Lawrence County Advocate, and Main Street Maury sports are all a little short because it was fall break down here for most of our, well, for a lot of our teams anyway. So with that said, in this week's Pulaski Citizen, the October 15th print edition, we've got coverage of Giles County's big Region 4-3A win over at Community. The Bobcats go on the road, take care of business 36-0. Third straight victory for the Bobcats, second in region play again. We've got coverage of that from Chandler, Harmon. We've also got coverage of Giles County's girls soccer loss in District 8 AA play. Went to penalty kicks with Spring Hill before the Raiders finally pulled it out. Check that out in the print edition of the Pulaski Citizen this week. In the Lawrence County Advocate, Summertown boys and girls golf teams both went to state tournament play last week. We've got coverage of those results. We've also got high school volleyball coverage for both Summertown and Loretto because, oddly enough, they played each other because that's what they always do this time of year. Be sure and check out how that came out over at Hampshire last week in District 11A play. Pegasus Cup matchup on the gridiron as Summertown traveled to Loretto. The visitors coming out on top in that one in a big way in Region 5-2A action. We've got coverage of that from Tyler Staggs. Be sure and check it out. Also, Lawrence County football went on the road, taking on Dixon County at Creekwood. Big road win for the Wildcats with some help from Casey Patrick of the Dixon Post. We've got coverage of that in this week's Lawrence County Advocate, so be sure and check all of that out this week as well. Main Street Maury, high school volleyball and girls soccer action postseason is heating up. We've got coverage of our local teams in this week's print edition, as well as a feature on Spring Hill freshman quarterback Jonah Gibson getting the Raiders ready for their matchup this weekend against Battle Creek. Be sure and see that from Kevin Warner. Big happenings at Columbia State this past weekend as the men's basketball team received its TCCAA regular season and tournament championship rings at halftime of the Lady Chargers' big top 10 win over Motlow State. We've got coverage of both the ring ceremony and of the Lady Chargers' 1-0 victory over visiting Motlow. That was 7th ranked visiting Motlow. So big win for the Lady Chargers. We've got coverage of all that in this week's Main Street Maury print edition. Check all of that out. As always, we've got stuff from Larry Woody On the outdoors, we've got Nostradamus's picks for week 9, so be sure and see those in the Pulaski Citizen and in the Lawrence County Advocate, as well as Main Street Maury. Contributions from Larry Woody is the word I was looking for there. Sorry about that. On the websites, thepulaskicitizen.com, lawrencecountyadvocate.net, and mainstreetmaury.com. We can keep you up with all of our postseason play for all of our high school teams until our next print edition, October 22nd. Be sure and see all of that. Again, this week's print edition, online, next week's print edition. We got you covered with sports in the area. I'm Maurice Patton. We'll see y'all next week.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
Well, good morning. Taylor Plott here. Quick update on your forecast. Starting off your Wednesday, looking absolutely fantastic. Temperatures in the 50s, quickly rising into the lower 80s by the time we hit the afternoon hours. Still a lot of sunshine around, maybe some passing clouds as we approach the afternoon and evening hours, but for the most part, just looking mostly clear. That continues into your evening with temperatures dropping down into the 50s once again for your Thursday morning. Take a look at your 7-day forecast. Our main focus will be Saturday night into Sunday morning as it looks right now. We will be tracking some showers and storms, some of which could be on the stronger side, but behind that, fantastic fall weather expected. Lows down into the middle 40s by the time we wake up on your Monday morning. Those 40s continue into your Tuesday morning with fantastic days, both Monday and Tuesday, with highs in the mid-70s.
Hey, that's it for Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee this week. Make sure you get a copy of your local newspaper so that you don't miss a minute or a second of the coverage that we have lined up for you all across Southern Middle Tennessee. For more information on subscribing to any of our local newspapers, you can visit one website, and one website will do it all. That is mainstreetmediatn.com. That's mainstreetmediatn.com. And again, we thank you for trusting us as your source for local news, information, sports, and more. And good Lord willing, we're going to be right back here next week on Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee.